All right, good morning. I'm getting worse at videoing. This many people around, you get visiting and forget what you're doing. Last look at Ledge Lake. It was a beautiful, beautiful camp. We tried fishing it last night. I think they get fished pretty hard here. No dice with anything. The sky has cleared up. All the smoke went away. I can't imagine how big a plume of smoke as it was that they actually got it out or something like that, but it's just not there anymore. So we are forward and onward. Loaded up. We've checked the camp, made sure we have everything, and headed out on the trail. We are just making our way down to Rock Creek, which at one year we've went across this. It was knee deep. There was no rocks to cross. You just have to get wet. And I believe the next time we came across it, we were able to hop rocks. So I only brought one pair of shoes this trip. I'm trying to save weight. I'm hoping when we get there, we can rock hop. And the pass we're going to is just right straight up there. We're making good time. Nicole's feet have finally healed up and her muscles are used to moving, and we're cruising today. So this is an interesting stretch of the trail. Just a little different. We're just following the, I don't know which fork of Rock Creek this is, but take a rope and everything, and yeah. What do you think that structure is? Do you think that's Native American? There's like a circle up there. Oh yeah, the enclosure? Yeah, what do you think that is? Oh, did you top your boots? What? Did you top your boots?
I went. Hey, Dustin? Over. Tell me a pole.
I want a pole. I need to get on my table.
It's got water on it. It probably is slick. All right. Let's see if I fall in. This spot in Rock Creek is a confluence. We have, I think, the Middle Fork, and I don't know what the names of them actually are. This would be the West Fork, I guess. They're coming together here. But it sure is pretty. And I'm so glad we didn't have to swim it, because the water is freezing. But we just made water, ate some food. It's time to jam. All right, we finally made it up to where it converges to the trail to Lightning Lake, Black Lake, Helen Lake, all that stuff. And we're headed over to the pass. Cloud looks like it'll cooperate for us. Little blue sky the direction we're going, but just a little more uphill. And we're to win for the day. Some more ponds on the way by. I'm looking for some ponds right under the pass that have big rocks in them, though. They'll make me feel way better. All right, we just popped up on the bench. A couple of ponds over here and the pass right there. This last stretch of trail before the pass is nice and flat, grassy, feels good. Better than all those rocks we've been marching over. First time I did the Highline Trail, 15 years ago, we camped right up here in these trees. But the only place to get water's out of this pond, and it's not the greatest water ever. And there's no fish or anything. So we find it much nicer to go up over the pass and hit one of the lakes on the other side, because there is generally fish in some sort of stream, spring or something. All right, there's the first real look at the pass up close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7-ish switchbacks. And I already know a whole bunch of wind at the top. All right, we made it to Rocky Sea Pass, to the top. Holy mama. I was doing the time lapse or time warp on that, so I didn't stop the whole way up, and I'm feeling it. So we'll go back over where we came from, and then we'll look at what's new. Okay, there's a view of where we've come from. A little bit of the pass. There's Shad and Dustin and Al coming up there. We just passed 4 guys doing the Highline the other way. Steph and Nicole are just about up. Okay, we came around this mountain all the way down through there, back up, and around up here to the pass. Reconnaissance Lake, and there's a few or other up more in this basin. And then further up around this mountain that you can't see is a bunch of lady named lakes. Marjorie, Gladys, Helen, and some more I can't remember. And then of course the Rock Creek drainage. Okay, it looks like this side, this would be Grand Eddy, Four Lakes Basin. There actually is a fire still going down there. It looks like it's in Murdoch Basin. Coming on over where we're headed out. And then this side is, goodness gracious, I've lost my brain here. Naturalist Basin. So I believe that's, Agassiz is right there. A little smokier on this side. So we made it all the way to this side of the Highline Trail to have to cross snow. I'm actually kind of surprised. Usually there's some... Oh, no, I lied. We did it the very first day and the very last day. I guess that works. Gabbro Pass had snow on it too. But we are headed down. We were going to stay at Carolyn Lake. We've decided it's only like 1 o'clock. We got our legs under us finally yesterday. We'll go there and fish for a little while, and then we're just going to hike out, not all the way to the end, but just be that much closer for tomorrow. We'll see where we end up. All right, we made it down to Pigeon Milk Springs. It's a glacially fed spring, so it's got the silt in it. We have sat down by this rock for probably the last 30 minutes talking about what we're going to eat tomorrow. We're at that point of our trip. But we were going to stay at Carolyn Lake tonight, but we're going to go fish it for a bit, and then we're just going to push down and get a little closer to the trailhead. Looking at maybe Brook Lake or there's a couple good stream crossings that have campsites by them. Because we finally hit our groove. We're making good time. I think it's 2 o'clock. Okay, since we're not going to Carolyn to stay, we decided to drop down into Olga Lake, fish it for a little bit, which is just about to show up, and then we'll cruise over to Carolyn Lake, fish it for a bit. We're meeting back up with the ladies at the first big river crossing, stream crossing, and then we'll figure out camp from there. All right, here is Olga Lake. It didn't take us long to get here at all. I don't see any sign of fish, but that's not to say they're not here. Mosquitoes are here.
So did you go over?
All right, we're at Carolyn Lake. I just hooked on to my first grayling of the trip.
All right, I'm converting really fast.
All right, here's number 3. My camera died for number 2. All right, we all caught a handful of fish each, and we're gonna go down and meet Steph and Nicole at the next little creek crossing. Give these 2 girls over here, I believe they are, their lake back. Dustin got himself a nap, and Cash
We've just been watching the fish jump.
washing the lake. So we made it about 4.5 miles from the trailhead. We could have pushed out and come out at dark, but we planned 10 days. And we're taking advantage of it. Everybody always seems in a hurry to go home the last day, like they want to go back to work or something. Shad is over there. Me and Dustin here. Steph and Nicole. And Rolph. It's right over there behind Shad. We are making water and dinner. I set my hammock up and laid in it, and that was really the last thing I remembered. So, woke up hungry. Rolph is fishing for these little 4-inch little... Wow! Do you have any eyebrows left? All right, Rolph was fishing and catching these little 4-inch little brookies out of the creek, so interesting to see if he gets any. All right, so I haven't been very good about showing our dinners. This is a chicken and dumpling. The soup part of it reconstitutes real well, and then we just made some dumpling dough and put it in there. I am too impatient to sit here and wait for the dumplings to cook all the way, but they're a little doughy still, but that's the way I like them. And it's hot and it's delicious. So these meals have all worked out really well. I will go back and talk about each one of the meals we had while we were up here, what worked and what didn't. Good morning, everybody. It is the morning of our last day. Everybody has packed up their stuff. We're just getting ready to hit the trail. I think we have about 4 miles left. Nicole's so excited to get out of here. She's already gone. Everybody else, Cash is doing his stretches. Everybody's getting last minute things together. And we're going to head on out. Been a beautiful trip so far. Nothing but blue skies on our last day. We walked off trail. We almost walked to here last night. This is called Brook Lake. It's just a little spot on the map, but
There's deer on the left.
oh, yep, there's a doe over there making her little escape. If ever there was a lily pad lake, man, this should be it. They call it Brook Lake. You'd think there would be some brook trout or something in it, but I'm just pretty much saying no. It's almost grown in. And not super great water here, so I think we made the right choice. So we'll head back up to the trail. So this is where the Murdoch fire came through. I believe it was 2018. I haven't been up this trail since that happened. So it's kind of interesting to see. A lot of devastation that happened here, but it's the only way we're ever going to get rid of pine beetles.
Crazy.
So the Uinta mountains are so infested with the pine beetle. It's killing all the trees, and there's only a couple ways that you can get rid of them. One involves millions of dollars in spray and man hours, probably more than millions. The other is a constant below zero temperature for so many days that kills them in the trees that we never have. And the other is fire. And it'll be a sad day. It would take the entire forest to burn down to get rid of them all. Because if you just burn down sections at a time, they'll just hop valleys. But oh, it's devastating.
Are we still in the wilderness?
Yes, we're still in the wilderness. So this is Scudder Lake, which is usually barely visible through the trees. But with the fire, it's just wide out in the open. But we're almost through the burn area. And just like that, out of the fire, back into the forest. Seems Like there's just as many dead trees in here as there was in the fire area. But at least here there's some shade. Whew. That last stretch was brutal. It's beautiful where the flowers are coming back up. That we just passed a group of people that said we were about an hour from the car. She said she was a slow hiker. Told her we've been almost 85 miles or more. We probably weren't going very fast either. But everybody's kind of got there. We're almost to the car wind and we're actually making really good time. Well, all right, guys, we made it back to the car. I will put the amount of miles we actually hiked right down here somewhere. I haven't had the time to add them up yet. We were in such a hurry. We got in the car, turned the air conditioning on, got in it, and just raced home. So that was an excellent trip. We couldn't have asked for better weather. Even with the hail we got on Anderson, it always gets hail there. We are all at my house here. We're gonna bake up some pizza and have lunch and send everybody on their way. So I really appreciate everybody that's watching. Big trips like this are a lot of fun, but they're very lot of work. They're not for everybody, but they'll show you for sure what you're made of. So please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, share, and we'll catch you on the next one.